everyone, welcome to John's Briefs. Today, back again with Tim Forshee, and we are talking today about a badge cam that we did, one of the crazier ones, of officers shooting a guy and killing him who was raising homes and turnover cars with his front bucket, with his big tractor. And a few people got a few comments about this one about preclusion problems. Well, why didn't they just shoot the tires out? Why didn't they try to stop the vehicle rather than shoot him? And I want to talk to the attorney about it.
To win the fight after the fight, you need help. After a use of force, I trust Firearms Legal Protection to help me win the fight for the rest of my life. From their 24/7 attorney-answered hotline to coverage for the use of all legal tools, Firearms Legal Protection has you covered. Get a discount by signing up at the link below.
I mean, first of all, I watched this whole thing and went, what?
Yeah.
What is going on here?
Right.
And I mean, you know, you think Marvin Heemeyer, you think the Killdozer.
Yeah, the Tread. If you haven't seen the documentary on Netflix, Tread,
you should.
Well spent 90 minutes. Yeah.
Big difference though. Yeah. Heemeyer particularly chose when the building was closed, and he did not hurt any people.
Correct.
Whereas this guy was flipping over cars with people in them. He was targeting people's homes at 5 o'clock in the morning that they were home in. So very different stuff.
Absolutely different.
And I mean, what do you think of the argument they should have shot his tires out?
Well, you know, a little anecdote just to show how stupid your guest today is. I was probably, I don't know, 15, 18 years old, somewhere in that ballpark. I grew up on a small farm, downstate Illinois, very rural. Our nearest neighbor was a half-mile away. We had miles and miles of bean fields. And for some stupid reason, we had an old tractor tire on our farm, and it wasn't pumped up. It was just old vulcanized rubber. And I thought, you know what? I want to see what would happen if I shot that. So I had a 45 1911 and with a 230 grain round of hardball ammunition. And I'll tell you exactly what happens is that you really learn about how the effect of gravity affects the drop of a bullet. Because it turns out, if you shoot a vulcanized rubber tractor tire from 30 or 40 yards away, it falls about 20 inches or so between when it ricochets off the rubber and comes back and hits you in the groin. And you lay on the ground and pray that you're alive for about the next 25 minutes.
Did you seriously catch
I did
a 45?
It came back and hit me. It didn't hit me right exactly where I would not be talking about
in
it today.
The beans and franks?
But it kind of in the midst of the beans and franks. It hit the plate. It hit the plate where the beans and franks were on.
Wow.
And I remember laying on the ground going, well, this is how I die. This is how my dad is going to bury me. This is, and I don't know if I ever told anybody until I started teaching classes, but nasty bruise, thank God no more than that. But the point is in Hollywood, if you shoot a tire out, oh my God, giant explosion, the car flips over 4 times and credits roll on Magnum PI. In real life, you shoot a tire with most handheld firearms, and the tire may go flat. It may go flat 15 miles down the road. It may not ever go flat. We've all found a giant nail in our tire, and the head's worn off the nail by the time you take it in and get it checked out, and they say, yeah, we just got to put a plug in it. So
did it break the skin?
No, I don't think it did.
So it just came back and whacked you a good one.
Whacked me a good one, yeah. And I was, I think it was wintertime, and I was wearing a jacket and
That's
stuff.
the most redneck thing.
Oh my God, it was completely redneck. But the point was, it certainly didn't penetrate a tractor tire, and that was an FMJ round. So
we're gonna title this one where Tim talks about shooting himself in the nuts.
How stupid can you be? This is how stupid you can be. But I learned an important lesson. Don't try to shoot out tires. In Hollywood, it works miraculously. In real life, I'm not a big fan. So no, again, would the media have said that? They did.
Yeah.
You know, would people that don't understand anything about guns and lethal force say that? Yeah, because they do. It doesn't make it right. No, I would not have expected anybody to be required to do that. Now, again, you and I, we're in separate police officer vehicles. We both know each other. We're communicating, and we know our stuff. Would it have been possible to place a vehicle right in front of the backhoe and another vehicle right behind the backhoe, and then abandon the vehicle so he's kind of trapped in? He's trying to smash the vehicle. Okay, that's a Hollywood script, right? Would we have had time to do that? Well, as I'm trying to do that, he runs over my friend John and kills him, or he picks John's vehicle up and smashes it. I mean, was there a legitimate threat to human lives, plural? Yeah. There clearly was. So when I watch this video, it's like, why did this go on, I think, some 30 minutes?
I think they should have shot him and killed him a lot sooner.
That's where you get out your patrol rifle. The second vehicle with somebody in it you see him run into, you shoot him from 30 yards away with your AR-15. I mean, I just don't know why it didn't happen sooner.
So a couple things there. you need a very high velocity round to penetrate. I mean, those tires, I was one of the things I was going to say, I mean, those
They
tires
are
are
thick. Tractor tires are
So,
very
okay,
thick.
if you got an AR, now I can poke a 22 hole in it. And how long is it going to take?
And
that's a problem. Number two, well, I can walk up there with a knife. I would never do that. I spent enough time on a farm and on a ranch as a teenager, and I've seen enough of those tractor tire sidewalls blow, and when they do, it's explosive.
I worked at a gas station, one of my first jobs, and we had a tire blow and it broke a guy's arm. I was standing like 30 feet away and it shattered his arm. It's unbelievably powerful.
So that would be highly dangerous to the person. So, and third, like, it's the person inside the tractor that's the threat.
Correct.
Now, if you somehow found a way that you're like, you know what, we brought the Bearcat, and all of a sudden I have the Bearcat, and I have a direct line on him, and I can hit him at 40 miles an hour in the side and maybe knock the thing over.
Or maybe you've got your Remington 870 loaded with buckshot, and you can take out the carburetor hanging on the side of the motor. I mean, again, these are all Monday morning quarterback things, you know, that might have worked in a Hollywood script, but we don't expect that nonsense in real life. So,
But was it reasonable what he did? I think he was wise to do so. The thing that frustrated me, there were cops there beforehand, and the guy who did the shooting and actually stopped the threat had to run and run and run, and finally got a hold of the guy. You're like, what was wrong with all you other
Everybody
people?
just standing around watching. You know.
Just...
and don't forget, I don't know if we've commented on this yet, and sorry to alienate 2% of our audience, but Jersey. You know, it happened in New Jersey.
What the heck, man? New Jerseyans, what's going on?
Get it together, folks, right?
So now you get the story of Tim shooting himself in the nuts with a 40.
And by the way, my dad's passed away, but still, don't tell him. Okay?
Don't tell Dad.
I don't want.
Thank God the statute of limitations.
I don't want the wrath of that. Yeah, exactly.
Tim, thanks for the discussion.
As always, buddy. Thank you.
That's what we're going to title that.
I always tell people. So what's the drop?